Good morning, YouTube. Today is Wednesday, and it is a gorgeous day here in Northern Virginia. It's about 70 degrees, sun is shining full on. So we're gonna do our show outside today. Today is purchased rocks. Got my Extreme 17-pound barrel full of the Kino haul, and I've got my Thumlers 15-pound barrel full of internet purchased rocks. So let's get these cleaned out and show you the progress check. Okay folks, so we've got the fire agate here. We're outside, so there may be planes going by or dogs barking or wind blowing, but we'll do our best. This is the fire agate. Oops, sorry. This is from the Guzman farm. You can see that fire in there. Got a little bit of green and kind of goldish color. Let's see where that fire is, right there. Got some more green. Of orange in there. Sorry. Oh, this piece looks like it has some blue. If you look real hard, you can see the blue in there. This piece. I found the fire a minute ago. There it is. So that is the fire agate. That was $2 a rock for that stuff. I should have splurged and got the more expensive stuff. So here is the Zambia Amethyst. Trying something new. It's really hard to see my screen in this bright sun. So it's, looking very purple like amethyst does. It's got a long way to go before it's ready to move on to stage 2. But so far, looking pretty good. Okay folks, I gotta change this up. That last process was just a little too slow and tedious. What we'll do is we'll just look at them all, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about a few rocks of interest. There's a Geode, Kambamba. What is that stuff called? Chrysocolla. That is the Tanzania Opal right there. It's got a few little pieces. Mystery rock number 1. That's the blue tiger's eye, which doesn't really seem to be doing its thing just yet. Maybe it has to be polished first. Mystery rock number 2. This is the Labradorite. It's a big show off. We'll show some of that. And this is the Laguna Lace that we just added last week. So stand by for just a few rocks of interest. Okay, so here is the Honduras Opal. I think you can see a little bit of that fire in there. All of them have about the same amount of fire. This is definitely the better side. It's pretty cool, but it's kind of limited, and the rock itself is very rough. So I'm not sure what to do with this rock. So I guess I'll just throw it back in a tumbler, and hopefully we'll discover some more fire in there. So here is that Geode. Last week I did some grinding on it. I got rid of some of that brown crust rock, I call it. Today I am going to do a lot of grinding on it. We're going to get rid of all of that brown crust rock and try to grind down into some shiny stuff. So stand by for that. Actually, stand by for a couple more rocks. So here is the Laguna Lace, looking spectacular. And I saved the best for last. Stand by for the Labradorite. Okay, so here is the Labradorite. This stuff requires no coaxing to get it to shine. It's a born show off. Okay, here is a before and after on the Geode. You see, still got a lot of the brown on there. I'm going to try to get rid of all of that and hopefully get down to something shiny. Stand by. Okay, folks, so what we have here is Geode that I got a little too aggressive with. See that hole? Darn it. It was looking so good. I thought about not telling you guys. Here's his twin brother. I thought about trying to pull a fast one on you guys and not telling you, because I did grind this one down. It's got some little divots in it that I tried to grind down as much as I could, but I didn't want to get overly aggressive. So here's the new one. It's actually got a little bit more color and stuff in it. As for this one, well, I guess I have no choice but to cut it open now and see what it looks like on the inside. So that's it for the Extreme 17-pound barrel, the Kino haul barrel. I just put everything back in the barrel, and we don't have room for anything new this week. So next up is the Thumlers 15-pound barrel full of internet purchased rocks. So stand by for that. Okay, folks, so here is the contents of the Thumlers 15-pound barrel. It's got Botswana agate, crazy lace, sodalite. Oh man, just all sorts of good stuff in here. Everything's coming along pretty well. I'm moving some things on, but what I'm going to show you right now is some problem pieces that I'm going to deal with while I have the grinder out. See that piece right there? See how it's real deep right there. I'm gonna take that to the grinder. This thing right here, while it is very pretty, has a hole right here, right there, and right there. So pretty big piece here. I think it's hollow on the inside. I think that hole and that hole connect. So I'm gonna hit that with a chisel and see if I can't break that, maybe right down the middle. turn that one big piece with holes in it. That's pretty good looking rock though, isn't it? Just some more little cosmetic stuff. Where's this? See that piece right there? Gonna just grind that little nodule off right there, and then that piece will be looking pretty good. It is a pretty rock though. Look at that. This piece has a big groove down there. Let's see if I can grind that out of there somehow. That knocked that piece off. This has got that little groove right there. Gonna grind that little nodule off right there. The more I look at this one, I don't know what I'm going to do with this one. I might leave it alone. We'll see. Pretty rock. But here's the problem area right here. This piece has a big old hole in it right there. Might try to grind that out without messing up the rock. This one right here, same thing. It's got a hole right here, little chip fracture right there. Can you see that banding in that thing? Then the last piece we're going to work on is that little chip right there, that little corner off of this thing, and that's it. So I'm just going to knock that out, and we'll see if we have room in the Thumlers 15-pound barrel for any new stuff. So stand by for that. So this is what's moving on to stage 2. Mostly sodalite. Have a couple of pieces of unakite in there. That is the rest of my moonstone. I decided to just go ahead and throw the rest of it in there. So these pieces are moving on, these pieces are going in, and 2 more pieces of leopard jasper are going to go in. So let me go button that up, add the water, add the grit, all of that stuff, and stand by for the the Lotto Tumbler finish that happened just a couple of days ago. I'll show you those. Stand by. Okay folks, took me all day to shoot this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing. We're still approaching 100 subscribers. Once we get to 100, we'll have a rock giveaway. I'll give away a dozen rocks. Here's a nice piece of carnelian that has come out of there. I guess that's still more carnelian. This was petrified wood. Mostly, that's all cornelian. Here's the sodalite. Took a real nice shine. It's a little wet from the table. Here's the fluorite that was just getting ground to nothing in the tumbler, so I decided to take it out and throw it in the Lotto tumbler. So it took a little bit of a shine. It's not perfect, but it's better than grinding it down to nothing. Here's a nice piece right here. Quartz. A real nice shine. Let's see. What else do we have here? Some unakite. Here is some petrified wood that sort of took a shine. In between the bands there, it took a shine. Here's my favorite piece. That's the plume agate. See down in there. It's got a few little flaws. I'm thinking about redoing it and getting rid of that flaw right there. I don't know. I'll probably just keep it like this for a while. Anyway, that's Lotto Tumbler batch number 3. So when we get to 100 subscribers, folks, we're going to give away a dozen rocks. Thanks for watching. Okay, folks, I gotta change this up. That last process was just a little too slow and tedious. What we'll do is we'll just look at them all, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about a few rocks of interest. There's a geode, Kambamba. What is that stuff called? Chrysocolla. That is the Tanzania Opal right there. It's got a few little pieces. Mystery rock number 1. That's the blue tiger's eye, which doesn't really seem to be doing its thing just yet. Maybe it has to be polished first. Mystery rock number 2. This is the Labradorite. It's a big show off. We'll show some of that. And this is the Laguna Lace that we just added last week. So stand by for just a few rocks of interest.